Fan service. This is most often heard from K-pop fans when idols take off their shirts or express physical affection towards their group members or do cute things, also known as aegyo. They are supposed to be doing fan service. In other words, they are doing it purely for the fans. It has actually nothing to do with their main profession or their main art, which is supposedly music, dance, and overall performance. They do it because fans like it. Some people, especially people from the West, frown at it, like it's selling out. They use it to further belittle K-pop, saying it's just one of those things that prove those idols are nothing more than dolls, dressed up and programmed to please people with money. However, K-pop cannot lay claim to fan service. Can you guess who started the 60-year-old tradition of quote-unquote selling out? Yep, the West. Hi! Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. And if you have any suggestions, violent reaction, you want to converse with me, you want to express your own opinion, please leave them in the comment section below, or you can also get in touch with me in any of the social media channels that you see on your screen right now. And let's go back to the video and learn more about fan service. But how did fan service start? Fan service traces its origin in France and the US. In 1952, France made a film titled Manina, the Girl Without Sails. When one of the film stars, Brigitte Bardot, became popular, US showed it in theaters but changed the title to Manina, the Girl in the Bikini. This is to highlight the appeal of the star and her controversial revealing outfits, even when she wasn't actually the leading star in the film. The title was still about her. Talk about selling out. Since then, the practice of using sex or sexualized situations, or just about anything that the audience will like, even if it has nothing to do with the main plot or the main art, just to reward or entice viewers, became popular. So next time you watch a movie or a TV drama, observe what elements are there that are not necessary to the plot or the narrative. That's fan service. If you watch a concert, count the number of times they're actually doing something unnecessary or not connected to their music. That's fan service. In fact, just about anything artists do outside of their core art is fan service. The term fan service, however, came from the anime community. It was about servicing the fans, giving the fans exactly what they want, even when it doesn't have anything to do with the main plot. It could be a visual element, an added character, or maybe they designed the character to be really sexy. It's there just to please the fans. So whenever you watch a movie or a TV drama or a theater show, or maybe even when you're reading a book and there is a sex scene in there or something really violent, or maybe there's a character that you're so endeared towards, usually the main character would have a best friend, right? Or every movie would have that standout character that seems to be so weird or so funny or whatever. Think about it. Will the story or the narrative stand without that sex scene or that violent scene or without that character? If the answer is yes, the story will stand, then that is fan service. They're putting something in there that is not necessary. The same way when you're watching a movie, watching a TV show, a concert or a music video, and the artists are grinding their hips or pumping or twerking or whatever, or maybe they're wearing really sexy clothes, or maybe there's something really like an amazing graphics that's blowing your mind away. Think about it. Is that the best way to express the music, or do all of those elements actually add to the layer or the dimension of the music? Does it add to the meaning of the music? If the answer is no, then those things are also fan service. So initially, that was all that was. They would add something to the actual craft itself. So like, as I've said, in a movie, they would add a character, they would add a scene. In a concert, they would add some twerking or grinding or pumping or whatever. Now, eventually, from literature, it made its way to entertainment. So specifically in Japan, so they started asking they or started making or asking Japanese idols to do more things, add more layers into their performances, into their music videos, and into their career in general, so that they could entertain the fans more. That's why many of their idols would do fan sign events, high touch events, picture photo taking events. They would do fan days, or whenever they have a performance, they would come out and actually say hello to their fans after a performance or before a performance. All of those things, Japan actually started those things. Those things aren't necessary to make their song beautiful, which is their main product. But they add all of that, those things, those fan services, so that they could develop a closer relationship with their fans. Some of the most popular forms of fan service are taking their clothes off or showing their abs, acting cute or aigyo, showing physical affection to other members of the group, dancing provocatively, fan meetings, high touch, doing special skits, giving gifts to their fans, even magazine interviews or TV interviews. Basically, just about anything that is not part of their music. From manga, it actually rolled over to the Japanese entertainment industry. Eventually, they designed activities for the idols or for the artists to be doing just so they could connect with the audience more. That included fan signs, high touch, and other things. Of course, that was adopted by the K-pop industry, and they grew it to become an industry within itself. So remember, there are different forms of fan services. It could be something that they do within their show, or they add to the music video. Should fan service be a natural part of being an artist, or should this stop? Well, fan service is actually part of marketing, and marketing is part of the music industry. It's not part of music itself, but it is part of the business side of music. And that's where the disconnect lies. It's how people view marketing. For some artists, developing a stronger relationship with their fans is part of the trade. The same way employees would actually do favors for their bosses or other colleagues because they know that that's going to build a stronger relationship with the team. Then artists willingly do things for their fans outside of their core art if it means having more fun or simply making them happier. For other artists, they feel this is a violation of their principle. They don't want to do anything other than their core art. And I think that's where the line should be drawn. If the artists aren't willing to do it, they shouldn't be forced to do it. But if they like it, willingly doing it, having fun with it, then go ahead. And it's the same thing for fans. If they are enjoying it, then consume it. But if you feel violated, then it should stop. But there is a bigger question. Is it healthy? Does it not promote romantic or even pornographic fantasies? Instead of training the audience to only support their art, they expect more things. Well, nothing is perfect. Everything has two sides, good and bad. Fan service could forge a stronger relationship between fans and artists. It could help them get more attention, but it could also nurture fans' unhealthy fantasies. So like anything else, it should be done in moderation. I personally don't mind physical affection or skinship from K-pop. As a country, culturally, Korean men are a bit more touchy. Also, there are groups that are naturally more affectionate. Besides, I don't see anything wrong when women are expressing their affection physically. I don't see anything wrong when it is men either. I think it's healthy for people to be more open about their emotions. For as long as nobody feels violated, it should be fine. I even don't mind sexy clothes within reason, for as long as it's not vulgar and there are no minors in the crowd. then go ahead and wear what you want to wear or not wear what you don't want to wear. What I don't like is when they wear only sexy clothes. I, of course, prefer variety. Acting cute is fine. Again, it's healthy to be able to express your emotions in any way that you want for as long as nobody feels violated. Key takeaways. There is virtually no artist in the world that has not done fan service. At some point or another, you will do something that is not in a part of your core craft. For singers, your core craft would be your songs and your performances. But at some point, you do music videos, you do promotions, interviews. For actors, it's the same thing. Your main craft is acting. So you act in a movie or a TV drama, but then you do the same thing. You do interviews in magazines, pictorials and stuff because you need to promote. So, and even with the products of like the brands, the biggest brands in the world, Nike or Adidas or Burberry or Chanel, Louis Vuitton, they would get brand ambassadors. All of these endorsers and brand ambassadors have nothing to do with their core product. Nike can create a shoe without LeBron James, without Michael Jordan or Kobe, but they recruited them because they want to create a specific image for their product, for their brand. The same thing is true for singers and for artists in Asia. They created all of these marketing programs not because that will enhance the core product, which is music, but because they need to develop a closer relationship with their brand. They recognize the 80-20 rule, that 80% of your income is going to come from 20% of your customers. So they milked it to the hilt. They made sure that they will make them spend as much as they can and that they will help in recruiting new members of the fandom, because that's how they're going to sustain the business. Which is the exact opposite of the practice in the West. In the West, singers are supposed to be unreachable, elite, exclusive, but in the East, we made them very reachable, someone that you can actually communicate with, that will pay attention to you and stuff like that. But I believe that eventually the West is going to evolve and actually copy the East. So I don't have any problems with fan service. It is part of marketing. My contention has always been, to what extent are we going to do it? If all you offer is fan service and nothing of the art, that's the main problem. That's where I have a problem with. I believe that fan service should be part of the marketing. And I do believe, to a certain extent, fans deserve it. Fans deserve to be given more because they're also giving more. Because aside from just streaming your songs, aside from just listening to your music, aside from just viewing your music videos and watching your concerts, they're doing more. They're creating noise for you. They're recruiting more fans for you. They're calling the attention of the media. So, quid pro quo, right? I have no problem with it for as long as we draw the line. For as long as no one's rights are being violated, no one is being forced to do something that they don't want to do, well and good. But that's my point of view. I would love to hear yours. Please, if you have your own take in it, if you want to add something, any violent reaction, please leave them in the comment section below. I am always looking forward to such a wide variety of points of views, of inputs, of ideas. And you can also get in touch with me in any of the social media links that you see on your screen right now. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. Thank you so much. Till next time.